Ever jumped straight into logo design only to get stuck in endless client revisions and vague feedback like, it just doesn't feel right? That's usually a sign you're missing something foundational: brand strategy. In this video, I'm sharing the full process I use with every client to build strategy-first brand identities. From our first call to a visual direction that feels like magic. Hey, my name is Jan Ditters from Typeful. On this channel I help logo and brand identity designers to make their design life easier by sharing my experiences and knowledge. And in this video you will learn how I structure my brand strategy process in 3 clear phases: discovery, strategy, and creative direction. You will also see the real tools and questions I use and how this turns vague ideas into design gold. Phase 1. Discovery. Ask, listen, and dig deeper. The first phase is a live session with my client using the brand discovery brief. We do this together on a call. It's not homework I send in advance. This allows me to ask follow-up questions, catch insights, and build trust early. So I structure discovery around 4 core pillars. The first one is the what. We dive into their offering, the basics, and the culture in the company. Here are 4 questions I ask. What's the legal name and backstory of your company? What products or services do you offer? What problems do they solve for your audience? And what makes you proud or frustrated about your offer? When asking these questions, I use the rapid fire reframe. After every feature or claim, I ask, so what? Or why does this matter to your customer? So for example, if the client says on a question, we offer eco-friendly packaging, then I will ask, so what? And then the client will say something like, it's better for the environment. And then I will say, why does that matter to your customer? And then the client will say something like, because they care about sustainability and want brands that align with their values. And then we are getting somewhere. Pillar number 2, the who. So in the who we focus on the audience, the personas, and the competitors. So we go beyond age and gender. I ask questions like, who are your primary users and what are they struggling with? Can you tell me a story about a customer you loved working with? And then we build a buyer persona based on that story. So I have a tip here, and that is that I use ChatGPT to generate a portrait photo of your buyer persona. Once you've identified their lifestyle, job, and pain points, ChatGPT can generate a realistic image, so you don't have to spend hours searching stock photo sites. And pillar number 3 is the why. In the why we focus on the brand core. This is the heart of the company. Here is how I get there. So to dig deeper on the why of my customer, I use the 5 whys. So I start with, why did you start this brand? And then I ask them why again and again, until they reach something emotionally. So for example, I started this company because I like design. And then I will ask why. Because I enjoy creating. And then I ask again why. Because it lets me express who I am. Why? Because I never felt seen when I was younger. And boom. That's emotional truth, and that's useful for brand messaging. So once you have uncovered the real motivation behind the why, the how, and the what, you can shape this into a purpose statement using this framework. To why, so that what, by, how. From the example, I can write the purpose statement, which would be like, to help others feel seen, so that they can confidently share their story, by creating thoughtful strategic design. Pillar number 4 is the how. In this pillar we focus on tone of voice, personality, and visual direction. I use word pair sliders to discover tone tensions. Playful or serious, simple or complex. I also ask questions like, what brands inspire you? And what visuals feel aligned or completely wrong to your brand? These answers help me shape not just messaging, but visuals down the line as well. Phase number 2, strategy. Clarify and connect the dots. Now I translate all those raw insights into a polished brand strategy presentation. Here is what it includes. So we have the brand overview and goals. This summarizes what the brand is, what it does, and where it wants to go. Then we have the target audience and personas. This includes profiles built from discovery, written in first person to make them relatable. We also have the competitors analysis and the positioning. Here we compare top competitors and define what sets the brand apart from these competitors. And then we write a clear positioning statement. This explains what sets the brand apart from their competitors. We also define the mission, vision, and proposition. The mission is what the brand does and who it is for. The vision is the bigger picture or the long-term goal, and the proposition is the unique value it brings to the market. Number 5 are the core values. We identify 3 to 6 values and reframe them into action-oriented language. And we also include brand character use, 1 to 2 archetypes and 6 to 8 brand keywords, and tone of voice guidelines. So then we move on to phase 3, which is the creative direction. Here we make it visual. So now we switch from words to visuals, but everything is still rooted in the strategy. So how do we get the keywords? So from the brand discovery phase, I asked the client directly what keywords or adjectives would be associated with your brand. And I also look at the words they naturally repeat throughout the brief. Those can often be gold. Then I supplement with the insights from their tone and values. From there, I use a stylescape template to visualize the brand. What I usually do is I take 4 to 8 keywords and I map them to visuals. I map them to color palettes, to typography, to layout, to iconography, and to photography style. For example, a keyword playful could be visually translated into a rounded sans serif, a vibrant accent color, and a quirky icon set. And for example, the keyword sophisticated can be visually translated to natural color tones, a classic serif, and clean layouts. A pro tip: add annotations explaining why you choose each visual in the mood board. Then we have phase 4, ownership. Make it stick. Templates are helpful, but your insights is what brings it all together. You're not just presenting a report, you are telling a brand's story. When your strategy is based on real discovery and visualized with purpose, your client will feel seen and your design work will finally click. If you want to see how I turn this brand strategy into an actual logo and identity system, check out my video on my full logo and brand identity design process. It's linked right here or here. Also, if you like this breakdown and want to try this process yourself, I've bundled all the templates I use into a brand strategy bundle available on my webshop. You will find the link in the description below. And if this video was helpful, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one. Peace!